Disclaimer: the content in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute professional financial, investment, or legal advice. Historical returns, such as the 7% average mentioned, are not guarantees of future performance. Always perform your own due diligence or consult with a certified financial planner before making significant financial decisions. Listen up. We are starting today with a hard truth. You are being taxed for your friendships, and it's a bill you never signed up for. I call this the loyalty tax. It's the silent penalty you pay for being a passive consumer in a high-pressure social ecosystem. And I remember a choice I had to make in my early 20s. I was invited to a bachelor party in Vegas. The default setting was a $2,000 weekend of bottle service and high-stakes vanity. I looked at my bank account and realized that $2,000 was exactly what I needed to finish my emergency fund. I felt that social friction, the fear of being the cheap friend. But I realized the system was designed to exploit my insecurity. I stayed home. I did an audit of my goals, and while my friends were hungover and $2,000 in the hole, I was sleeping soundly, knowing my financial foundation was secure. Think about your last casual night out. You didn't just pay for a meal, you paid for the $15 valet, the $18 cocktail that's 90% ice, and the $25 split check tip for an appetizer you didn't even eat. This isn't a social life. It's a series of attention leaks designed by the hospitality industry to exploit your fear of looking broke. Most people are trapped in a retention loop. They spend money they don't have on things they don't need to impress people who are just as stressed as they are. This is a silent drain on your future. The system relies on social pressure to keep your capital flowing directly into corporate coffers. We've been conditioned to view frugal as a dirty word. But let's look at the logic. Is it cheap to refuse to participate in a system that demands you sacrifice your long-term security for a 2-hour dopamine hit? No. That's being a realist. Every time you say yes to an outing you can't afford, you are handing over the keys to your financial freedom. Loud budgeting, the strategy. If the social tax is the trap, then loud budgeting is the exit strategy. Years ago, I worked a corporate gig where the team went to a $30 lunch every Friday. For months, I was draining cash just to be one of the guys. Then I ran the data. That was $120 a month, nearly my entire weekly grocery budget at the time. I decided to go loud. The next Friday, I sat at the table with my meal prep chicken and said, "I'm optimizing my cash flow for a down payment, so I'm skipping the menu today." The air left the room for 10 seconds, and then, the breakthrough. 2 other guys admitted they were stressed about the cost, too. By being the one to vocalize my boundaries, I broke the loop for the whole table. In the old model, budgeting was a private shame. Loud budgeting flips that script. It is the radical act of vocalizing your financial boundaries to deactivate the social algorithms that pressure you to overspend. When you tell your friends you're hitting a savings goal, you are projecting value-driven ethics, spending lavishly on what matters, like your freedom, and cutting ruthlessly on what doesn't. Corporate marketing relies on your silence. They use premium branding to make you feel like you're falling behind. By being loud, you are opting out of the consumer psychology that equates spending with status. The math of number. Let's look at your bank statement. I once tracked a friendship leak in my own budget. Between weddings, birthdays, and just because drinks, I was losing $400 a month to other people's agendas. I wasn't in control. I was a passive node in their spending network. Assume you practice loud budgeting just twice a month. Instead of the $75 night out, you opt for a polite no. That's $150 a month reclaimed. Over a year, that's $1,800. If you take that $1,800 and invest it in a low-cost index fund with an average 7% return, after 10 years, that social awkwardness has compounded into over $26,000. After 20 years, you're looking at nearly $78,000. That is the price of your silence. That is the loyalty tax you are paying to a system that doesn't care about your retirement. Pro tip: the pivot and optimize maneuver. If you're worried about being a buzzkill, redirect the energy. I once had a friend insist on an expensive steakhouse for his birthday. I told him, "I'm on a total freeze to wipe out my car loan, so I'm skipping the $100 dinner, but I'll meet you guys for a hike the next morning. My treat on the protein bars." The result: I spent $5 instead of $150. We actually talked more on the trail than we would have in a loud restaurant. The strategy is simple. Spend lavishly on the relationship, but cut ruthlessly on the venue. Execution. The action plan. Now we move to the practical application. This is where we stop talking and start optimizing. Here is your checklist for the next 24 hours. Identify the leaks. Pinpoint the next 3 social events on your calendar that feel like a burden rather than a joy. The loud broadcast. Pick one and send the text now. Announce your goal. Being a realist about your limits builds more respect than being a fake with a maxed-out credit card. Audit the routines. Check your banking app for automated social spending. If it's not serving your long-term mission, cancel it. Offer the counter. Identify 3 low-cost hangouts, parks, coffee shops, or trails. These are your go-to alternatives for when the pressure starts to mount. The bottom line. The objective here is simple: to show you that loud budgeting isn't about being cheap. It's about intentional living. We are in a culture that views debt as a way of life. By vocalizing your boundaries, you reclaim your personal freedom. Do not let default settings turn your bank account into a series of leaks. Use your voice to protect your goals. Every no you say to an exploitative social norm is a yes to your future self. Stay focused. Every dollar has a mission. Give yours purpose.